All right, so welcome to Bill on Court. Um, Ask me anything. So I'm just going to be addressing some of the um, common questions you may have about Bill Along. If anybody else joins in, um, so carry along. Um, Let me just do a screenshot to let everybody know we're live. All right, so the first question might be why we decided to do Be Alone. So to answer that question, I will just answer it in a simple way. Um, so why Be Alone? So it's a very simple reason why we are doing Be Alone. So we're doing Be Alone because we noticed that a lot of people um alongside in their careers, they really get stuck in their career journey. So let's say someone just began learning web development, learning data science, learning product design, and any of that stuff. So we most times you just start to learn a course and you've been learning for a while, but nothing is sticking. You're not really like making any headway. Everything seems as if you're not really achieving much. You've done a lot of classes, you've gone for a lot of boot camps, you've done a lot of courses, you enrolled for a degree course, you enrolled for a diploma, but still you're not you're like you feel like okay, you're not getting opportunities. Um you know the basics of the skills, but you've not really gone deeper. Um for some people have spent like a long time learning web development and they've not really gone ambassador level of even using HTML and CSS. Some people have even learned to the level of even using a React framework, but they can't build a project from scratch with confidence. So Be Along is that career booster, is a career accelerator, it's a talent accelerator. That's what it is to accelerate your career to where it needs to go. So you don't really feel left behind, you don't really feel um that you're not making headway. It's a career accelerator. So that's what it is. We will train you, you will go through a lot of rigorous training that will have you to practice and build stuff. So it's quite the best way to actually learn, the best way to actually grow in the tech field is by practicing, is by actually doing the work. And how do you do the work? You do projects that matter, you do projects that really make sense. A lot of people, when they're learning, they work on projects that are not really challenging or don't really won't really give them an edge in their portfolio. For example, they work on things like um, calendar apps, NFT landing page. Maybe they are doing a product design and stuff like that. They work on NFT landing page. If they are into data science, they'll do like weather forecast predictions over like a period of time. All these are good, but those are not things that really distinguish you from other people because employers want to know what do you have to bring to the table? Why do we have to um hire you? Why will you be someone who consider above others? Because job market is changing, even with the point of AI coming into the free. A lot of people want to know, okay, they're not really interested in can you write this syntax, can you write through this language and all this kind of stuff, because they really expect that, okay, you can use AI, you can leverage AI to really do, okay, things that um normally will be difficult for you, but they want to know how more you can be able to think through problems and solve them creatively, solve them using applied problem solving. So what you're going to go through we're going to we're going to show you an applied problem solving methodology, not to solve problems very well. So you're not just going to like, because most people, what they are doing is that why they are stuck in their career, why they are stuck in wherever level they are in, is because they are not really the projects they work on. They're not really doing things that really push them um past their comfort zone. They are just doing comfortable projects. They're working on things that are comfortable in the meantime. And why that is great, those things don't really push you forward in your career. So it's going to be very important that um once you're learning, you're also practicing, you're also putting what you've learned to practice. So that's what it is about BuildAlong. So it's a talent accelerator. One thing we also noticed about people that learn is that they need mentorship. A lot of people will need mentorship, and to find mentors is not really easy, especially someone that can actually take their time to be with you, guide you through any problem you may have, and actually make sure that you succeed and have an edge in whatever you're doing. It's not really easy to find those kind of people. And with mentors by your side, it makes the work easier. It makes the work go breezier. So that's one thing about Build. We also provide you with mentors, hands-on mentorship, and feedback. The final thing is community. Um, for me personally, when I was learning tech, communities, like being part of a community, helped me a whole lot. Helped me a whole lot. I was able to, but not just participate in doing projects, but I was also able to like help people on. I was able to share my own learning and also learn from people, and that's one very good way of learning. Even it's more effective. It's kind of, well, they have its own perks. One thing about mentorship is like shows you things that you may know that it may take you a long time to see. Why um why when you're part of a community, when you're part of friends, it takes you through hurdles that you might be facing for a long time. So instead of it taking you so long to overcome this hurdle, or even like you may not even go past that level, you might need someone to come by your side and say, hey, this is what I tried, okay, let me see what you tried, and you combine everything together, and you'll be able to make headway. So it's not like an individualistic thing. Nobody's on a single race here and Build Along. Everybody's working together to really achieve the best for themselves. So that's what it is. So I'll be expecting questions from everyone, but the next question should be, what should I expect from Build Along? So next question is, what should you expect from Build Along? So if you're about Build Along, there are a few things you should expect. Number one is, apart from the mentorship, apart from the hands-on projects and every other stuff, you should expect to actually do a lot of work. Expect to get hands-on in your learning. Most people complain because when they come to the traditional learning system, is just see and you pour. Um, you just watch as they do, and you're not doing much yourself. But with Build Along, you're not just looking. A you're not just a observer, or let's say spectator in the process. So while the mentor is also mentoring you guys and showing you guys what to do, you're also free to also put your own suggestions, how you want things to go and every other stuff, and you work together. It's a cultural mentality. The our philosophy our philosophy is actually sense before sweat. So what does sense before sweat means? It means thinking, being able to apply yourself to thinking before you start sweating. So we're going to teach you about problem solving. You're going to learn the proper right approach to solve problems, how to approach problems, how to think in terms of systems, and also how to become more accountable as you're learning. So how do we ensure that you get the best learning experience from BuildAlong, especially there? So how we're going make sure you get best learning experience is that we ourselves we've built a dashboard, a very good interactive dashboard that's designed to help you interact with people, and not just interact with people. You have exercises on the dashboard, you have things to do, you have projects, you have leaderboards and every other stuff, and you get to see openly how everybody else is learning. And one thing is that it will challenge you to say, okay, I'm not just learning on my own. No, this guy is also learning. This is the progress this guy is making. This is the progress this person is making. This progress this person is making. I mean myself, this is the progress I have to make. Another thing is that there's going to be live sessions from time to time. So the live sessions will happen twice a week. So it's going to be on Monday and on Friday, just twice a week. But one thing that you're going to be doing every week is that you're going to be working on a project, and you're going to get project from start to finish. Does anybody have any question at this point? No question. Okay. So you're going to go from start to finish. So you're going to go from a project from start to finish. So how exactly are you going to do a project if we've not taught you how to do the project? Now that's a very interesting question. The way you learn how to do the project is um we're going to give you materials, docs, videos that is going to guide you on how to do those projects are going to be offered to you. So maximum of 2 projects a week, and those projects, they're like, just think about them as exercises. We're not going to tell you to build like an entire startup. We're not going to tell you to build a full-fledged application or a full-fledged like system. Like for example, we won't tell you to design the entire flow of an entire application, maybe Facebook from end to end. We're not going to tell you to do that, or tell you to build an entire e-commerce website from end to end. No, we're going to just teach you a very technical. It's going to be technically based, and what you're going to be learning is going to be based on things you're going to do. So let's take something for example, and also based on problem solving. So let's take an example, something for example. Now, Nigeria has introduced in like tax system where they're going to be taxing people who use crypto, like the tax system, and it has a system there. Now think about a way, because people will not try to like, it's going to be hard for people to like figure out how do I actually track my taxes? How do I calculate my taxes based on what I'm paid? How do I know what I'm going to be paid? If I give pensions here and these pensions here, what is left for me? What do I owe the government? What should I pay at this point? If I'm doing a monthly payment, if I'm doing an annual payment, how do I go about it? These are the kind of problems you'll be getting to solve every week. For example, on our one is my friends and I, we want to go somewhere, but we can't decide on the place we want to go to have hangouts, just hang out to ourselves and go. One of them wants to go to Newberry's Park, another one wants to go to the base. We don't know what to do. We need to have a decision. We can build a system, we can build something that will just make sure that we can vote effectively on it and have a way of effectively counting the votes to know, okay, after we voted on what we wanted, we can know, okay, this is the place we're actually going to, and this is the place we're not going to. And these are simple things like that. Another thing is, okay, let's say it's because that people find it hard to really know what jobs are available. And so you can actually find, okay, they come to a city, let's say people that are doing your service now, they come to a city and they're looking for jobs that are available. Um can build something very simple. It's not something that's going to be very hard. That just shows youth coppers, people that are just coming to the state for the first time, available jobs in that their area, and different kinds of solutions. Different kinds of solutions. We also teach you how to leverage AI in things you're building. So it's not just it's not a normal software training. It's not like a the one you see all the time where they just take you through. Okay, now you're going to learn HTML and CSS. Today we're going to be doing CSS grid. We're going to be doing Flexbox. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing that. Now make a website, create a gallery app that does this and does that and does that. No, we're going to tell you, okay, um, this guy wants to preserve his memories in this particular way. You're going to build something that preserves his memory and looks good and is presentable and all this kind of thing. So you're going to be giving a problem to solve. So we're not going to be giving you like just think about it as math problems. You know, we're not going to be telling you build this system like this and like this, use this, use this, use this. We expect you to kind of figure out what to use to build them. And from there, we're going to guide you on how to do it properly and how to actually build that, like build it the right way and the principles you're supposed to use. But we'll just let you go on and build yourselves because by building yourself, you're going to learn how things work. And obviously, we're going to be guiding you through. There's going to the life classes are going to be very, 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 very practical. So if you're part of life classes, it is purely practical. Nothing is going to be um okay, I'll show you guys this stuff later. No, everything is going to be practical. So every single stuff is going to be practical. There's going to be illustration of all the things we're doing. Everything is going to be where we need to show diagrams, like charts and every other stuff will show is going to be very practical. So it's not just slides you go out with or notes or any other stuff, or you just be writing with your pen or be trying to follow along with your computer. It'll be so practical that you might not even need to even follow along like with your computer. From what the practical stuff, you can always go back to the live to the recorded videos and watch it also, which is good. But from the stuff, we just want to ensure that your brain is thinking, your mind is going, it's moving, your mind is actually activated, your mind is putting things together. You can solve the problem. You can actually see, okay, you can connect dots that might not be very visible. So that's what we're trying to do with Build Along. So yeah, I'll just take a breather now. Does anybody have any question? Let me take some water. All right. You can ask your question. And I'll meet you, Mike, and ask your
Yeah,
question.
yes, no. No, sometimes students when they are starting up something, I think you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. No, students when they are starting up something new, they are so enthusiastic about it and they are already seeing the end to it. But as time goes on, gradually, you see that they'll start pulling back, not because they want to. Sometimes they are just being overwhelmed and all that. They'll start pulling back. So I want to know if um anything has been put in place to help such students, and also I would like to know that some students one of the issues they have is procrastination. Not that they don't have that drive, they have that drive and all that, but they are just good at procrastinating stuff. So procrastinating can now make them lag behind. So I also want to know if there's anything put in place to help such students.
Yes, there is. So we're trying to build an accountability system. So the point of Draw Along is to ensure that as many people as possible, it may not be 100%, but at least if we can get 80 or 90% of everybody to go from start to finish in the entire training, is going to be very good. So the question you asked is very valid because I realized that yeah, some people can actually, you're very, very enthusiastic about learning something, and all of a sudden the drive, you just become disillusioned by it, the drive to do it, and so like maybe things are becoming tough, or you're just bored all of a sudden, or all of a sudden you just don't feel like. Sometimes your body might not just make you feel like. So what the two things we're doing is that there's a dashboard that has the progress you're supposed to do, and what you're supposed to work on from time to time. The next thing we actually introduce, the next thing we are adding is this. I'm talking about the features itself, but I'll still talk about how we'll also ensure, like from the mentorship part of view, that you're continuing in your journey, like you're learning constantly. So the next point I want to mention is the Build Along OS. So I'm going to share see if I have the old one available. So we have the Build Along OS. I'm going to do a demo about it soon and share it in the group, and also share, like, talk about it more. But the Build Along OS is a website extension. One thing is that it helps you keep in track with with your tasks, things you've done, whether you've done them, how well you're going, the weeks that you're learning in, the next weeks, the things to look forward to, and things like that. Then also there's also going to be focus mode available. So one thing with focus mode is I can actually block some certain social media websites that may be distractions to you as you're learning. So you can stay focused as you're learning. So it's going to act as both an accountability app and a focus app, focusing productivity app. Two things in one. But that's not even just the major stuff. The major stuff is that also we're going to be ourselves involved in your growth. There's going to be along the week, there's going to be office hours. So those office hours are going to be put into groups, and you're going to meet with various mentors, and we're just going to discuss on how you're learning so far. If you have any question you want to ask, maybe you're not feeling something, or you feel like you're left behind, or you're just feeling like, maybe this thing is not for you and all these kind of things, we can talk about it. We can counsel you. We can show you, okay, this is what you need to do. This is stuff you need to go. And within those periods, if you need something to be explained to you, although it's not going to be a recorded class, if you need something to be explained to you, and maybe you want to bring out your system, you want us to code on it and every other stuff, that is possible. Another thing we want to do also, because we don't want to just be fully virtual, we also want to also have physical meetups from time to time. So once a month, we're going to meet in a location, and in that location, we're going to be talking about, we're going to just have like a good time, getting to know ourselves, talking, knowing about your learning journey, sharing stuff, anything that we need to illustrate. You can come to your computer in case something is not working well or something like that, or you want some guidance on us to put you through in some certain things. We're going to be there for you. We're going to be there for you. So it's it's going to be an amazing thing. Just le- I will just promise you that I can't really talk much about it, but it's going to be really amazing, and going to ensure that you're not left behind. The point is for you to actually learn from it and actually like grow. That the impact that's made in your life, at least you can see good rewards. Maybe as you go for new roles, as you start to apply, and so you just see those changes there to give you more confidence to apply for roles and some other things. So So we're going to go to the next question, and it's going to be what will be required from me. So from yourself, what we simply require from you is I will need you to have a beginner mindset, also be want you to also do as much of the projects as possible. It's going to be helping you in your growth journey. And so I promise will not be like HNG or ALX that we're going to give you things that are very overwhelming. Things we do, we know that, okay, for the particular level you are, as you advance your level, obviously it's going to become more intense. But no, I won't say more intense. It's just going to be more. The difficulty of the press you do is going to be. We're going to increase the bit because we expect you to know, like, go from basic to actually doing things that are more complex. So yeah, that's what we're going to refer. We also need to have a positive mentality, a positive coming to the training with a positive mindset, have a good mindset, and be eager to learn. We also need decorum and discipline from you. And one thing we also need from you is for you to have a laptop that you can use. It doesn't have to be a MacBook or a very expensive Dell computer, but you have to have a laptop that you can use because you won't be able to participate in this training with just your phone. It won't work. You need to have a laptop that you're using for this training. It's going to be very important that you have a laptop to use and you also have reliable internet. So you have a laptop and you have reliable internet. Because all the live sessions, the training, the projects you're going to be doing, you're expected to do them on your laptop. And I won't say you can't do them on your phone. It's possible to do them on your phone, but it's way more. It's just way difficult, and you might not be able to keep up if you're just doing it on your phone. So yeah. So next question we'll be addressing is simply this: what's the enrollment fee and are there scholarship? So yeah, the enrollment fee for this training, like I would say, is 150,000 for people who are joining early birds. The price will go up to 200,000 if you don't really enroll on time. So you have this period to really enroll as quickly as possible. And yeah, the scholarships will be available. In the enrollment, this thing once you put in your details, your name, your username, your email, and the track you want to do, and you click on continue. Um, you're going to see next page. You're going to see it's the payment page also, but you can also apply for scholarships. There's an apply for scholarship button there, and when you click on the button, it takes you to a form, and that form will ask you questions on different criterias, and you're supposed to answer that form as honestly as possible, so we can actually find out that if you're eligible for the training. Then also another thing is BuildAlong graduates also are eligible by default. That's people that participated in last BuildAlong, the one we had about web development last year, are eligible by default from the training. So the next question, this is a question that some people ask, like, would they be able to get a job after the score? Like, will they be able to have placements for job? I would say it's something we're actually actively working on with the partners we have. So, for those in Enugu, we're partnering with an Enugu SMEs to actually see if we can find um, places where you can be placed on at least work in internship roles if you're a student, or in junior roles if you're a job seeker, and gain that, like, try to use that experience you've gotten from Be Along to be pouch to be to what to the reward. So you apply that reward training you just got from Be Along, you get to apply it there. So I'll say it's plausible, I won't say it's guaranteed, but I'll say it's plausible. So yeah, it's plausible where that you can learn the rule, but I won't say it's guaranteed. So that's something you need to bear in mind. So yeah, um, I know that finding a job right now it's very good. It's very paramount, even in today's with the kind of economy that it is. But I want to assure you that yeah, it's possible to get placement after this training. So I'll pause for now. Is there any question? So yeah, so the next question. Can I scroll? I can't. Alright. Thanks. Alright, so how long will this training be? So it's going to be for 4 months. October, November, we'll give you guys December. We'll just do like 1 week in December. We'll give you guys December, then January, February. So from October of this month to February of next month, that's how long the training is going to be. And it's going to be very well, very, very hands-on. So you're going to be getting a lot of training. So it's going to be 12 weeks of the train of the classes, the live sessions and everything. Then what I mean by 12 weeks is that for 12 weeks, if you're doing any track, like I've not mentioned the track yet, but I'll mention the track. So if you're doing any track like software engineering, data science, product management, or product design, um, you're going to be learning based on those tracks for 12 weeks. So based on the track you registered for, you're going to be learning for 12 weeks on those tracks. So we're covering from the basic aspects, from basic topics to more advanced topics over those 12 weeks. Um, you'll be surprised how much you can learn within 12 weeks. That's more than 100 days. And we're going to be using the 100 days principle of 100 days of learning, 100, like the 100 days of code and stuff like that. So it's something that you need to really you're going to get to apply during the long to learn. Then the final 4 weeks, that's the final month, it's just plainly for practical. So this is where you get this is where all of you guys will collaborate together. So from every single track, so you have someone from software development track, product design track, a product manager, and a data scientist working together to bring out a product and build not just a project, but a product, something that solves a problem, a product that solves a problem. So it's going to be something that can be used by people, something that will really like solves something that people we need, and something that people can pay for and afford it. And one thing about it is that you're going to be given there's going to be awards given um to the best projects that come out from the training. So if you come out and end up being one of the best candidates from the court and from the like doing the product phase, your project becomes the best. It's voted as the best. It's not just voted as the best, but it's voted and it also meets the criteria. Like the judges also find it the best project out of there. There is a guaranteed cash prize. We'll be announcing that soon. So that's something to bear in mind. It's part of it. So yeah. Um, so I think I skipped a particular session when I was talking about this. Let me get that slide back. So yeah, I just moved it here. So what are the tracks we covered during the quad? So we're going to be covering 4 tracks. You only get to register for one. So software development, product design, product management, and data science. And we have very good and very, very experienced mentors, not just experienced, but people that are leading and excellent in their field come to mentor you guys on those particular tracks. So these people have a vast wealth of experience in those tracks. And from learning from them, you're going to get the field of building actual real world projects, like projects that you can actually put out the world and people will use it. Like imagine that you just went from learning, doing a normal hello world level, or even from just a basic level to even being able to like do something that um people can use and do. So that's also very, very important and something that you need to note. Um, so next question is going to be an important question, and I noticed that most of you, some of you that registered for the training, have zero experience in the track that you want to learn. A bit of technical experience or a bit of tech experience is going to be very important, especially in some particular tracks like software development and product design. Also in data science, also you need a bit of experience in those areas because it won't like it's going to be hands-on. You're going to be building a lot of projects, and for you to really keep up, you need to have like a bit of knowledge of those particular technologies or how to work within those particular like in that particular field. What is expected, how to use, how to write. For example, um you're going for the web development course, or I'm not going to really take our time to start explaining to you what a HTML tag is, how to work with HTML, how to connect, how to open a web page on your browser and stuff like that. We won't go through that basic knowledge with you. We expect that you already have that knowledge when you're enrolling for Build Along. So we're looking at people who have at least basic or fundamental knowledge of the tech that they are trying to learn, and they have a bit of that's just it. You don't need to have working experience, but you need to have basic or fundamental knowledge. So it's either you've done a course before, or you've done it like you watch videos about it and you've done something practical with it. You built some projects with it, or you built just some. Even though it's even a Hello World app, you've tried to like build something with what you're trying to learn, and that's one of the interesting things about that. So, um, yeah, the training is not really I would say it's not really beginner friend. I would say it's beginner antagonistic, but it's not very beginner friendly because if you're an absolute beginner, like you're just starting from scratch, you don't know anything at your own, it's not going to be very easy for you to keep up with people that already like they have the experience and everything, and also with the nature of the press you're going to be doing. But it's workable if you have the zeal, you have the heart, and you have the determination to pull through. then that's possible. But I would advise that if you want to go for any this, at least take a small crash course on, okay, what is this? What is web development? Okay, this is all this all about, and every other stuff. Do something small, and you can go ahead and register for the course. So yeah, it's going to be hands-on, and it's going to be very. It's going to be very important that you um know a bit of the tech you want to learn. So that's also going to be very. That's also something that's very important to note. So before I go on, because I think we're about to conclude now, is there any question? You can type in the comments if you have any question you want to ask. Concerning build along, anything you want to know, you can ask it in the comment in the this thing. Comments, you can also raise up your hand and ask. All right. So if there's no absence of any questions, um, I'll say thank you guys for being a part of um the code session. I really appreciate your attentiveness, appreciate the questions you raised, and thank you for a signifying interest in being part of Build Along. So look forward to seeing you guys enroll, and yeah, have a great one. Hope you have the best of your days. Bye for now.